Okay, so recording, awesome. Okay, so after Shavasana, we're gonna do, like I said, our breathing, our pranayama, and it's called Nadi Shodhana, which is used to purify the nadis. Nadi means energy channel, and Shodhana or Sudhi means purification. And so we have our central nadi, which is our Sushumna, and that goes all the way from the base of the spine up. And then we have our Ida on the right side and our Pingala on the left, okay? And our Pingala on the right and our Ida on the left. I'm looking backwards in the camera. And where we have our chakras are where those energy channels, the feminine and masculine energy, cross on the Sushumna main channel. And that's what creates the chakra. You guys have heard us talk about that before, right? So we have our main channel up the middle, and then we have our one on each side, masculine and feminine energy. And so what our pranayam that we're going to do later, what it does is it cleanses those channels and integrates the hemispheres of the brain. Okay, so it's really, really beautiful to do like before meditation, but also just for that general upkeep to purify the nadis. So I'm gonna just show us how to do it first. So that way when we sit up after Shavasana, I'm not going into like a lesson of how to do it. We could still kind of stay in that kind of chill state, okay? So with your left hand, so this is my left hand, we'll just do chin mudra. So that's our index and our thumb together, yep. And then the other finger's out. And then with our right hand, we're just gonna bring the index and the middle finger down, and the ring and the pinky are out, and the thumb is out, okay? And this is probably gonna feel really weird if we're not used to it, and it gets easier, yeah, nice. It gets easier as we practice it. And what we do is we place the ring finger and the thumb just on these pads, see it on the nose? We just kind of hold it here for the practice. And if that is really awkward to do, there's nothing wrong with taking your middle and index finger and just placing it here on the third eye. Okay, just different schools of yoga do different things. So if it's more comfortable to place your fingers here, just do that and just have your thumb here and your ring and pinky here. Does that make sense? Yeah. And then with our chin mudra, we'll just place that like on our lap, on our knee. So like when we sit cross-legged, it could be on the thigh, okay? So how it works is, and I'm gonna be backwards. So we close the left nostril with our ring and our pinky. So we close the left side. And with our thumb on the right side, we inhale on the right side. We'll do 4. Inhale to 4. Then we close the right and exhale for 4 out the left. And then we inhale on the left for 4. Close, exhale right for 4. Yep. Yeah, good. Inhale right for 4. Close, exhale left for 4. And inhale through the left. Close, exhale out the right. Okay, so I'm gonna pause the recording. Okay, yeah, so just when I had this pause, we had somebody blow their nose, and that reminds me, if your nose is stuffed up, just blow your nose, and you don't have to alternate the nostrils. You can just visualize. Inhale right, exhale left, inhale left, exhale right. So that's a vision, you can visualize it as well. It's just intention. Okay, so without further ado, just find your seat. You can sit or you can be on your back. We'll come back to that pranayam at the end of class after Shavasana. And just be here in this space. We can let the day be behind us. We've carved out this time ahead of us for ourselves to purify, remembering that asana practice, our physical practice, is to further purify the body and to strengthen the body for meditation. You're welcome to lie down on your back if you want. We will start on our backs. If you just want to head there now, you can. Just beginning to bring our awareness from the outer to the inner. Maybe focusing on the breath. Maybe bringing the inner eye to the space between the brow to that third eye. And for our practice tonight, we're just going to set the intention and just fill our space with this beautiful poem that a friend sent me today. And it's called A Prayer for Your Wild Soul. So with this room, this Zoom room full of wild souls tonight, I thought it would be perfect. Give yourself time to make a prayer that will become the prayer of your soul. Listen to the voices of longing in your soul. Listen to your hungers. Give attention to the unexpected that lives around the rim of your life. Listen to your memory and to the inrush of your future. To the voices of those near you and those you have lost. Out of all of that attention to your soul, make a prayer that is big enough for your wild soul, yet tender enough for your shy and awkward vulnerability, that has enough healing to gain the ointment of divine forgiveness for your wounds, enough truth and vigor to challenge your blindness and complacency, enough graciousness and vision to mirror your immortal beauty. Write a prayer that is worthy of the destiny to which you have been called. John O'Donohue. So we'll just be in that energy this evening, letting our practice be the prayer of our soul, calling into space the tenderness, the healing, the truth, vigor, and graciousness. And we'll just be in that space tonight as we rest our soul, purify our nadis. Now, if you're not on your backs, come to your backs. If you're on your backs, just bring your feet up to about hip distance apart so the knees face the sky. And we're just going to tilt the pelvis a little bit. Our pelvis tilt, and just bringing our awareness to the pelvis helps us ground. So if that back is rounded, just tilt the pelvis so the back comes to the floor, that low back. And then tilt that pelvis so there's a little bit of space, there's a lumbar curve. And then tilt the pelvis so the back is flat. And then tilt for a curve. Just do that a few times, just inhaling to a flat back. And exhale, a curve. And just a couple more. And exhale, let's hug those knees into the chest, the back flat. Maybe rock side to side. Just grounding into our space. Feeling the shoulder blades, maybe move side to side on the floor. Now let's come into happy baby, so our feet towards the sky. We can find the outside of the foot, rock side to side. Pressing those knees kind of towards the armpits, maybe towards the floor. The hands can be on the outside of the foot, or maybe they're just on the outside of the legs. Either way. Maybe exhale, sigh. Just grounding this energy into the back body and the pelvis. And then we'll exhale, bring our feet down to the earth, the hands beside us, setting up for bridge pose. Just a really gentle bridge. Bringing the shoulder blades kind of flat on the floor, and we'll inhale to lift the hips up high. We can shimmy the shoulders underneath the chest. Maybe bring the hands together and just pause here with this heart lifted a little higher than the head. The feet can press into the floor. And exhale, let's lower that back really slowly, feeling the vertebrae come to the ground. And the back comes to the floor. Let's hug our knees into the chest. Inhale and exhale, feeling the breath in this ball. And then exhale, bring the feet back to the ground, setting up for bridge pose. The hands come to the side. We'll inhale, press the hips up, shimmy the shoulders underneath the heart. Hands can interlace. And pause here. The feet pressing into the floor, trying to keep those knees hip distance apart. The glutes are active, supporting us to keep those hips high. And now let's exhale, lower down one vertebrae at a time if we can. And we'll inhale, hug those knees in. Exhale, sigh, rocking side to side if you want. And now with those knees kind of towards the chest, you can pull them away from the chest a little bit. And then, as I won't give any names, likes to call this the pretzel twist of death. We can cross one leg over the top of the other. And maybe try to find those feet, or maybe just the shins. We can pull this pretzel of legs towards the chest. So maybe the right is crossed over the left, as if you were sitting down with your legs crossed. Breathing into this pretzel, maybe feeling the glutes stretch a little bit. And exhale. One more breath. Let's exhale, untwist this pretzel. We'll send our leg long to stretch out those hip flexors and the hips, point the toes towards the end of the mat. Reach the arms up above the head, reach the fingertips. Come nice and long. And then let's exhale, bring the feet back. So we'll go through a bridge pose, bring the hands to the side, and we can inhale, press the hips high. The glutes are active. Hands can interlace behind back. And then exhale, slowly lower down the spine. And then find that pretzel of death with the opposite leg coming across the other leg this time. You can hug those shins in or find the feet. Just notice where you feel this in the body. And breathe into the space. Again, this awareness to the thighs and to the hips, the low back. It's grounding. So we're bringing this energy to ground. The awareness on the thighs, the hips, and the back, the low back especially. One more breath. We'll exhale to untwist and send our feet right to the floor this time. We'll come right up to bridge pose. We can inhale, send those hips high, stretching out those hip flexors. And then we'll exhale, lower, maybe one vertebrae at a time. And then let's send our legs long. We'll pause. Just in a mini shavasana. We can reach the arms above the head, maybe. Reaching and stretching. And then exhale. Let's bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the stomach. Just feel into that soul. Listen to the hungers of your soul. Just a couple more breaths. And now our next breath, let's just visualize and inhale through the right nostril. Visualize exhale out the left nostril. Visualize inhaling through the left. Exhale out the right. One more inhale on the right side. Exhale out the left. And visualize in the left and out the right. And then we'll transition from here to our restorative. So let's find a bolster, wherever that bolster might be, or a cushion, wherever your cushion is. You know, we're going to start on our stomach. So there's a couple options. So with the bolster here, kind of on the short edge of your mat, let's bring a block or maybe another cushion underneath the bolster. You can prop it up just a little bit. So maybe you want to come into a supported child's pose. We're going to bring our awareness to our heart beating into something below. So maybe we're in supported child's pose. If that doesn't feel very good, then you can bring your legs long. And just allow the legs to be long with that chest and maybe part of the pelvis. On the bolster, just relaxing the head and the cheeks. The arms can be supported on whatever support they need. Allowing the ankles to fall out or to fall in. The legs totally relax if the legs are long. And bring a blanket underneath your feet if that feels good, and that part between the foot and the front of the leg. Maybe you need a blanket between the seat and your heels. Remembering that our restorative yoga is our moment to just melt and relax. And if at any time it becomes uncomfortable, just giving yourself that permission to wiggle or do anything you need to come out of the pose completely. And then offering some rest to your soul. That wild soul of yours. Like I said, I know you ladies all have some wild souls. So let's just dedicate this time to these beautiful wild souls here tonight. Such an honor to be here with such wild souls. And just bring our awareness in to listen to the voices of longing in your soul. Those still whispers of your soul. The breath as a tool to help us come down, ground. Maybe we inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 1, 2, 3. Good job. 4. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. -1 all the way out with the breath, and then inhale to fill. And then exhale, sigh and settle in to your soul. Gently closing your eyes, softening your palms. Relaxing the backs of the legs, sometimes the hamstrings we tend to hold when we're in this child's pose. So just relax. And if you were holding tension there, don't be hard on yourself. Just let it go. And exhale, sigh. And give yourself time to make a prayer that will become the prayer of your soul. There's no thinking involved here. It's just aligning. Just creating that space for alignment. And just allowing yourselves to be. This beautiful practice of stillness, which in my opinion is the most advanced practice of them all. And exhale, allowing yourself to be. Allowing the right side of the body, that solar masculine side of go, 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 to soften into the bolster. Maybe feeling that right shoulder relax. And let that left lunar side surrender into the bolster. Feel it melt. Notice the elbow become light and the shoulder to just rest. The palms soften. Exhale. Relaxing the right leg, the right hip. And as we do, that left side of our brain slows down. Relax the left hip, left knee, left ankle, the entire left leg. Feeling that right side of the brain slow down. Just feel your body integrating its energies and slow. And exhale, slow. There's nowhere you need to be and nothing you need to do. Exhale, sigh. Let that wild soul of yours know that it's welcome into this thinking world. Let it know that you're here. You're here to listen. Listen to the voices of longing in your soul. Knowing that that soul is you. You are that soul. And just be. Now this evening, as we transition from one to the next, we'll inhale the visualization in the right nostril. Exhale out the left. Visualize inhale in the left. Exhale out the right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale out to the right. And when you're ready, gently press yourself up off the bolster. Yeah, and just offering any movements that might feel good. You want to move through a gentle cat-cow, maybe just extend a leg back and forth, stretching out those legs. And then our next posture is actually supporting these legs of ours that have carried us so far. And if you have a strap handy, which I know a couple of you might, you can find a strap. And if you don't, it's no problem. No problem if you don't have a strap. If you don't, just go ahead and bring your legs up the bolster. So it's kind of like the legs up the wall, but we're just placing our legs on the bolster. I got the lights, guys. So legs can go up the bolster, just like this. And then we'll just recline back. Everything on the floor is starting at the back of the body and the back. And if you have a couple other pillows, if you can set them beside the legs, so you can really allow those legs to be heavy. And for those of you that might have a strap, we're just going to make a loop, put our legs through the strap, and then bring that strap really, really tight around the thighs. And once that loop is tight, bring those feet onto those legs onto the bolster, and that loop will keep the legs from moving, so they can really be allowed. You can really feel the relaxation just a little deeper because your legs can be heavy. You don't have to worry about them falling off the bolster. So that's what a strap is for if you have one. Otherwise, no worries. You can place your legs up the bolster, or if you're near a couch, you can just do legs up the wall on the couch. Our intention here is our legs are higher than our pelvis, than our heart, and that the hips and the back, the shoulders, the head are grounded. Grounding that energy. And then settle in. Maybe settling into this posture the same way that we transitioned out of the last one. Visualize an inhale in the right nostril, out the left. Visualize entering left, out the right, then in the left, or in the right, out the left, in the left, out the right, and releasing any efforts. Feel this freedom of just being. Make a prayer that is big enough for your wild soul, yet tender enough for your shy and awkward vulnerability. Just feeling that tenderness. Just being here in this space. We'll soften the forehead and the temples. Maybe even moving the head side to side as we soften those occipitals, that spot on the back of our head that houses so many thoughts. Just relax it. And exhale, sigh as we relax the jaw joints and the low jaw. Relax the inside of the mouth, letting the tongue fall from the roof of the mouth. As your shoulders melt into the floor, followed by the shoulder blades, the right side of the back, the left side of the back. Exhale. Inhaling the tenderness. And then exhaling, allowing it to fill your space. Good job. Exhale. Mm. If your mind is tending to wander this evening, you're just inhaling the mantra Om and exhaling Shanti. Inhale Om. Exhale Shanti. Inhale Om. Exhale Shanti. Just reminding yourself that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Right here, right now. The mind is going towards the thought. Just acknowledge the thought, and with that tenderness that's filling our space, just bring your awareness back to yourself, to this beautiful soul inside your body. Inhaling Om, and exhaling Shanti. Inhaling Om, and exhaling Shanti. Now let's visualize an inhale through the right nostril. Exhale out the left nostril. Inhale in the left. Exhale out the right, just visualizing. And inhale right. Exhale left. Then inhale left. Exhale out the right. Om Shanti. Now gently, maybe blink the eyes open and hug those knees into the chest, if that would feel good. Rock side to side. Again, this awareness on those thighs, the hips, and that low back. Those are all seats of Vata, that air and ether element, the dosha of air and ether. So we're just pacifying some Vata tonight. So with those knees hugged in, that circulation of that low back, just kind of gently bring the knees out to the side. You can roll up if you want. We'll find our bolster, and this is just a really gentle twist. And we're actually gonna stay on our back. So if you want to just find that bolster, and where we're headed with it is we're going to bring our feet not distance apart. So our feet are wide. And then the bolster is going to come right between the knees. And then our knees are gonna kind of close on the bolster. And we're lying down and our feet are mat distance apart. And we're just going to allow the knees to fall over to one side, either side. We're gonna do both. And then the back is flat. You can have the arms out, or you can have the arms on the heart and the stomach. Just a gentle twist. If you feel like you kind of want to come into more the side, you can do our twist that we've done before with that leg near the bolster long and that other knee just on top of the bolster if that feels more comfortable. So you have a couple options. But if you want that bolster between those knees, then the feet are wide, and just allow it come over. Just offering a little bit of a twist again, kind of that mid back, that low back. But the hips and the thighs are really grounded and supported. And let's send a few breaths to those thighs and the hips and the low back. Be inhaling a couple deep breaths. And exhale. That energy settling more and more. Just arriving in this posture, visualizing the breath entering that right nostril, and exhaling out the left nostril. Inhaling in the left, just visualizing. And exhale out the right. Inhaling in the right, out the left. Inhaling left. And exhaling out the right. Be here now. And in this space of tenderness, this deep connection with our true self, our soul, this prayer that we live has the healing to gain the anointment of divine forgiveness for your wounds. So anointing ourselves, healing the wounds, filling the space with our tenderness. Exhale, sigh. Allowing yourself to just be in this space where there's no right or wrong. Just lots of love. It's beautiful space. Letting go of any effort in either of the legs. We don't have to clench that pillow, that bolster, just allowing ourselves to relax. If we have any discomfort, we can move and just honor the physical body. Inhaling Om. Exhaling Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Just letting go of any effort. If thoughts come in, just know that that's natural. There's nothing wrong with you if you have thoughts that come in. Just acknowledge them and just let them know you'll come back to them later, and just bring your awareness to the breath. Bring your awareness to your wild soul, that heartbeat in your chest. That immortal soul that's hanging out in your body. Exhale. Just be here. Allowing yourself to relax even more than you have before. As we transition with our visualization of our Nadi Shodhana breath, we'll inhale in the right nostril. Exhale out the left. Inhale up. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. And then inhale left. And exhale right. And now, just as we came into this posture, we'll bring our knees back to center. And if you want to windshield wiper those legs, moving them from side to side, you can do that, or you can just flop those knees right on over to the other side. This is our pajama party, flop party. So just bring those feet mat distance apart, bolster between the knees, bring them over to the side. And again, if you'd rather just have that bolster to the side of the body with that leg long, just bring that leg that's far from the bolster across the body, knee on top of the bolster, maybe shoulders on the floor. You can do that too. It's your practice. And it's your physical body, your vessel that we're honoring. The vessel for your soul, your wild soul. And arriving here, maybe with that visualization of Nadi Shodhana. Inhaling in the right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Just releasing any effort with the breath. Just feel yourself letting go of any effort. And this prayer for our soul, just bringing into our space truth and vigor to challenge your blindness and complacency. We're not judging because our space is full of tenderness. Our space, our body is anointed in the healing ointment to heal our wounds. And now we bring in some truth and vigor. So as to not fall into complacency, these wild souls of ours. Rest in your truth, rest in vigor, anointed in the ointment of healing, wrapped and held in tenderness. And exhale, let it be so. Let your stomach relax. Let your side body relax. Releasing any effort. Kindly acknowledging and thanking your thoughts for being here. Just let them know you'll come back later. We're just having some soul time now. Our mind is our friend. We'll just see it when we're done. Just breathing and being in our true nature that is our wild soul. Really good job, guys. And now, whenever you'd like to transition to Shavasana, to your resting pose, feel free to do so. If you want to hug knees into the chest or maybe stretch out legs or arms, please do so, setting up any props you might need for Shavasana. Yeah, maybe send those legs to the sky. And whenever you're ready, just resting in Shavasana. Maybe offering ourselves those breaths. You can inhale in the right nostril and exhale left, and inhale left, exhale right. And as if you hadn't released efforts before, just releasing any kind of effort. Just allowing yourself to be even more than you've ever been this evening. And in our Shavasana, we invite in the graciousness and vision to mirror your immortal beauty. Resting in tenderness. In the healing ointment. In truth and vigor, and now graciousness and vision. And let it be so. Exhale. Relaxing the right hand, right palm, the entire right arm, right fingers, right shoulder. The right side body, right hip, right thigh, right knee. The entire right leg, the right foot, and all of your toes on the right foot. Relax your left palm, your left thumb, your left hand, your left elbow and left shoulder, and the entire left arm. Relax your left side body and your left thigh, left calf, your entire left leg, your left foot, left toes. your head, your face, and your entire body. Releasing any effort. Just relaxing in this Shavasana. And now we'll slowly transition to a seated position. There's no rush. Gently move the heels, the hands. We roll into one side and keeping that blanket handy to maybe cover our lap with or cover our shoulders so we can just stay cozy. We'll transition into our Nadi Shodhana for a few rounds. And then we'll sit for a few moments. So if we have our legs maybe in a seated position, it can be out in front, or you can find easy pose. Just finding your position that's comfortable. Yeah, so we have our chin mudra, and then our other hands like this, and there we have our fingers here if it's more comfortable. So we'll just inhale and exhale, no fingers on the nose yet. And we can exhale, bring the fingers to the nose. We can inhale in the right for 1, 2, 3, 4. Close right, exhale left for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale left for 1, 2, 3, 4. Close left, exhale right, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Inhale right for 1, 2, 3, 4. Close right, exhale left for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale left. Close left, exhale right. Inhale right. Close right, exhale left. Inhale left. Close left, exhale right. And we'll release, so you can keep going if you have a regular practice, this pranayam. We'll just sit with our hands in the lap or wherever's comfortable, with our awareness on that wild soul. You can bring your hands to heart center if you'd like, or you can keep them rested in the lap. It's such an honor and a pleasure to share this space with you wild souls. May the light of the divine healer illumine your hearts and your minds, and may you always know that you are well. Om Shanti. 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 Om peace. Peace. Namaste.